Noodleheads, presenting Noodleheads Lucky Day.
Co-written by Tedd Arnold, Martha Hamilton, and Mitch Weiss.
Illustrated by Tedd Arnold.
Part of the series that includes
Noodlehead Nightmares. Noodleheads see the future. Noodleheads find something fishy. Noodlehead's Fortress of Doom. Hi, I'm Mitch Weiss.
And I'm Martha Hamilton.
And we are here today to share with you some of the inspiration behind the fifth book in our Noodlehead series called Noodleheads Lucky Day,
which we co-wrote with Tedd Arnold, who is famously known as the guy who does Fly Guy, and is also our good buddy and fellow Noodlehead.
We come up with the ideas for the books in the series, write the stories with Tedd, but he does the illustrations.
All the stories are based on folktales about fools, who are also called noodles or noodleheads.
These stories are called folktales because they're stories that were made up by folks just like us long ago. Now, Martha, Tedd, and I will readily admit that we sometimes do foolish things, so we're all noodleheads. Here's a picture to prove it.
Now, you can read the books in the Noodlehead series in any order you like.
But if you want to know more about how the three of us came to work on the series together, watch the video of the first book, Noodlehead Nightmares.
The main characters in the series are two brothers who are, as you can see, macaroni.
We'll let them introduce themselves. I'm Mac.
And I'm Mac.
We're Noodleheads. See in here? It's empty. Vacant. Nada. Nothing. Zero. Zippo. Zilch.
Hey, stop!
The introductory story in the book is based on an old folktale from Turkey about a character named Nasruddin Hoca. There are hundreds of stories told about the Hoca, who is known as a trickster and a wise fool. How can that be? Foolish and wise at the same time? Oh, it can, and the Hoca is definitely some of both. I'm going to tell you the story from our collection, Through the Grapevine, World Tales Kids Can Read and Tell, called Watermelons and Walnuts. Now, you might notice that I'm not sitting underneath a walnut tree. I'm sitting under actually 4 oak trees in our backyard. They don't produce walnuts. They produce acorns. Now, since I've got these 3 objects here, I thought maybe I would juggle for you, but despite my vast skills, I think I'll tell you the story instead. One summer day, the Hoca was out working his garden. As the sun grew hotter, he grew more and more tired. At last, he decided to sit down in the shade of an enormous walnut tree. As he looked at the watermelons growing in his fields, he thought, it doesn't seem right that such a small plant should produce such enormous fruit. Oh, the Hoca stretched and yawned and leaned back against the walnut tree. As he looked up, he thought, it doesn't seem right that such an enormous tree should produce such a tiny little nut. Well, things should be reversed. The small vine in the ground should grow those tiny nuts, and this huge walnut tree should have watermelons hanging from the branches. Oh, what a sight that would be. Quite pleased with himself, the Hoca soon fell fast asleep. But it wasn't long before a walnut fell out of the tree and smacked him on the head. The Hoca awoke with a start and felt the bruise on his head, and it began to swell, and he thought, oh my, it's lucky a little walnut fell out of that tree and only gave me this tiny bruise. Why, if a watermelon had fallen out of the tree, my head would be broken for sure. I never should have questioned the wisdom of nature. With that, the Hoca got up and went back to work, pleased that no one had to worry about falling watermelons. Here's how we used the idea for that story in Lucky Day.
What are those big green things?
I don't know.
Why do big green things grow on little vines?
And why do little nuts grow on big trees?
It should be the opposite.
Yeah, little nuts should go on little vines.
And big green things should grow on big trees.
Ouch!
Ouch! But if big green things grew on big trees,
We would have big bumps now.
So actually,
we got lucky.
The expression, "we got lucky," is a common one.
On our wedding day, the forecast was for thunderstorms, and most of the wedding was going to be held outdoors.
Miraculously, the storms held off until all the guests had left. We turned to each other and said, "Wow, we got lucky." What is luck? It's something that happens by chance.
Have you ever tried to find a four-leaf clover?
They're supposed to bring good luck, but it's very hard to find one.
One day you could sit in a field of clover and look
And look
for what seems like
forever.
and not find one.
And on another day, you could, by chance, find one after looking for a couple of minutes. In that case, you'd say, "I got lucky."
You'll notice that Mac and Mac say,
"We got lucky."
several times in this book.
And in fact, people often say there's something called fool's luck. That is certainly true in many folk tales.
In England, they tell a lot of stories about Jack, the most well-known being Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack foolishly trades the family's most valuable possession, their cow, for a few beans that are supposedly magic. He gets lucky for sure.
They truly are magic beans.
In the old folk tales, things usually turn out fine for the fools in the end, perhaps because they are generally kind and well-meaning.
And also perhaps because we all do foolish things. And it's comforting to be reminded that a little foolish mistake doesn't mean the end of the world.
Mac and Mac are true noodleheads. They never learn from their mistakes, but we can as we laugh at their silliness.
Just remember, whatever you do,
Don't be a noodlehead.
Wait a minute.
Who did that? Ted? I knew it.
He said it again.
A lot of world stories involve trickery of some kind. I found several stories where one character tricks another one because that character doesn't know the meaning of a word like trouble or misery. You'll see what happens to Monkey in this story from the island of Haiti. One morning, Monkey sat in a tree. He was thinking about clever ways to steal bananas from the farmer who lived down the road. A woman walked by carrying a calabash of honey on her head. She was going to the market where she planned to sell the honey. But suddenly, the woman tripped on a rock. The calabash fell to the ground, and all of the honey was spilled. Oh! Trouble, trouble, trouble. I am sick of trouble, said the woman. And then she just turned and headed back home. Now, Monkey had no idea what trouble was, but he was curious, so he climbed down and tasted the honey. This trouble is delicious. And then he ate and ate and ate and ate until all the honey was gone. Oh, I must get more trouble. It is so, so good. And Monkey dashed off, and soon he met the farmer who said, "Well, Monkey, why are you in such a hurry today?" "Oh, I'm looking for trouble. Can you tell me where I can find some?" "Did you say trouble?" "Yes, trouble. It's even sweeter than your bananas." Now the farmer thought this could be a good chance to get Monkey back, for stealing his bananas. So he said, "Oh, Monkey, you want trouble? Oh, I've got trouble, plenty of trouble to share. You just stay right here. I'll be right back." The farmer left and returned pretty quickly with a sack. And he said, "Okay, Monkey, there's a lot of trouble in here for you, all for you, but follow my instructions. Now you take this sack to a big open field. Make sure there are no trees anywhere in sight. And then open the sack. Oh, you are going to have more trouble than you ever dreamed of, Monkey." Well, Monkey thanked the farmer, and he dashed off with that sack. Oh, he ran until he found a big open field, and he just couldn't wait to taste more of that sweet trouble. And so he opened the sack. But when he did, the farmer's 5 dogs, they bounded out, and they chased after Monkey, and oh, poor Monkey, he had to run for his life, and finally he managed to make it to the edge of the field where he found a tree and climbed up to safety. Whew. And after that, you can be sure that Monkey never went looking for trouble again.
Now we'll show you how the story Martha just told you inspired part of Chapter 1. Looking for trouble.
We'll start where Meatball has just tripped and spilled his pot of honey.
Oof! Rats! I go to all this trouble, and then I spill it.
What did Meatball spill?
I don't know. Let's find out.
What is it?
He called it trouble.
We've skipped to where Mac and Mac are convinced that honey is called trouble, and Meatball is about to play a trick.
We love trouble.
We want trouble.
Where does it come from? Okay, I'll show you. Wait right there. I'm back. Okay, the things in this bag will make lots of trouble for you. Wait, don't open it until you get home.
If you've already read Noodlehead's Lucky Day, you know what was in the bag. But even if you haven't, you might guess from the size of the bag that Meatball gave Mac and Mac that it wasn't dogs. Now, we don't want to give away anything if you haven't read the book. Let's just say that because the book is about luck, we wondered if maybe we could take a trickster tale and turn it into a Noodlehead story. So we brainstormed, what could happen if Meatball's mean trick ended up being good luck for Mac and Mac? Anyhow, we hope that sharing our ideas and strategies will help you to make up your own stories. These old stories kind of belong to everyone, and you can take the ideas and make them new and your own. The story we are about to tell you was the inspiration for Chapter 2, How to Hatch a Cat. Now, the title of the story is The Donkey Egg, and this version is from Algeria.
There are similar stories told all over the world.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Oh, boy, it's a good thing we don't use props in all our storytelling.
Can we eat it now?
Sure, I think we're done with it.
Excellent. We'll tell you the story.
There was once a boy who was extremely foolish. In fact, he was a real noodlehead. One day, his mother gave him 100 coins and told him to go to the market to buy a donkey. But before he left, she warned him, "Now be sure the donkey you buy is healthy and don't let anyone cheat you."
Okay, Mom. I'll remember everything you told me. And off he went to the market. But on his way, he passed by a farmer working in his fields.
"Good day, boy. Where are you headed?"
Oh, I'm on my way to the market. My mother gave me 100 coins to buy a donkey. Just then the boy noticed something growing in the farmer's fields. What are those?
The farmer was incredulous. This boy does not know what a watermelon is? And he was also dishonest. Those 100 coins will soon be mine. You don't know what those are?
Nope.
They're donkey eggs. All you have to do is put one of those big green eggs in a warm place, and pretty soon a little donkey will hatch.
Really?
Really. This is your lucky day. You can save yourself a trip to the market.
How much does one cost?
Let's see. A special deal for you. 100 coins.
That's exactly what my mother gave me.
What a coincidence.
The boy believed everything the deceitful farmer said.
He forgot everything his mother said.
He paid the farmer the coins and picked up the donkey egg. Oh, but as he carried it home, it was heavy. When he reached the top of a steep hill, he decided to put it down to rest. He used the watermelon as his pillow and soon fell fast asleep. But as he was sleeping, he moved a bit to get comfortable. The watermelon started to roll down the hill. Oh, the boy jumped up and chased after it.
The watermelon hit a rock and split in two. A rabbit was sleeping nearby. Startled, the rabbit jumped up.
Look! My baby donkey has already hatched! Oh, look at its long ears. Oh, it has a very short tail, but it's only a baby. I'm sure it will soon grow long. Run to my house, baby donkey, run to my house!
Of course, the rabbit paid no attention. It ran in the opposite direction.
Little donkey, where are you going? My house is in that direction!
The rabbit still paid no attention.
Little donkey, I paid 100 coins for you. I'm coming for you. I'll get you yet.
But as far as we know, he never has.
Chances are he's still out there.
Somewhere.
Chasing after his baby donkey.
In the book, Mac and Mac are desperate to have a pet, and Meatball tricks them again.
We want a kitten. Oh, hi again. Did I hear you want a kitten? Yes. Too bad those kittens belong to Farmer Spud.
What's that green thing?
This? You don't know? Well, this is a kitten egg.
Our job for 40 years has been working in schools and libraries, telling stories, and teaching students of all ages how to use their voices
And faces.
and hand motions
And body language.
to bring stories to life in the imaginations of their listeners.
Students choose a story they love, whether from their own culture or another's doesn't matter.
What's important is that they love the story, tell it in their own voice, and show the utmost respect for the culture from which it comes.
For the final story, Savannah tells a folktale that was the inspiration for chapter 3 in the book, The Perfect Name, when Mac and Mac try to name their new kitten.
You'll see Savannah as a third grader telling her story in front of her classmates and all of their parents, and now that she's an 8th grader, in her backyard.
Enjoy!
Hi, my name is Savannah, and I'll be telling The Perfect Name, a story from Vietnam as told by Martha Hamilton and Mitch Weiss. Long ago, there lived a man who wanted to surprise his family with a special gift. He bought a beautiful cat and brought it home. What a lovely animal, said the wife. We must choose the perfect name for her. That's true, replied the husband. Our cat is beyond compare. She is extraordinary. Let's name our cat Sky. For what could be more beautiful than a blue sky on a day like today?
Sky is a good name, agreed the wife. There's something more powerful. Look at the puffy white clouds that sometimes block the sky. Let's name our cat Cloud.
Cloud is a good name, agreed the oldest daughter, but there is something more powerful. See how the wind blows the clouds wherever it pleases? Let's name our cat Wind.
Wind is a good name, angry, the oldest son, but there's something more powerful. No matter how hard the wind blows, it can't knock down the wall. Let's name our cat Wall.
Wall is a good name, agreed the youngest son, but there is something more powerful. The mouse can chew through the wall. Let's name our cat Mouse. Everyone thought this was an excellent name. They began to call out, "Here, Mouse, come here, Mousie, time for supper." Just then, the youngest daughter spoke up.
Mouse is a good name. There's something more powerful. Cats catch mice. Cats even eat mice. Let's name our cat Cat. But of course, declared the father. You're absolutely right, cried the other children. Why didn't we think of that, added the mother. From now on, our magnificent cat should be called Cat. It's the perfect name.
It's the perfect name.
Here's a little part of Chapter 3 where Mac and Mac named their kitten.
Our kitten.
It is the best kitten ever.
It is perfect.
It needs a perfect name.
A perfect name.
Perfect.
It will grow big. The sky is the biggest thing ever. Let's name it Sky.
It will grow strong. Clouds are stronger than the sky because clouds can cover up the sky. Let's call it Cloudy.
Wind is even stronger. Wind can blow away the clouds. Let's call it Windy. Hi, Windy. We don't have a cat, but we're in love with the tuxedo cat from our neighborhood who visits us every day for petting.
When I was little, I had 3 cats named Messy, Bessie, and Tessie.
And at one time, Ted had 3 cats named Boo, Do, and Lou.
This is Dew on his lap, which is short for Do-a kitty kitty, like the old song.
This is Lou, who Ted says was a jumping fool in his younger days.
We hope that you have as much fun reading Noodleheads Lucky Day as we had creating it.
And
May luck be with you!